ONIC here. I do believe that they, with the Paquito along with the CHOU, a lot of setup will be brought up. But again, they can be countered by the presence coming from this Ruby. But we will just witness it. This is the third game between Team Alter Ego going against ONIC in the Week 2, Day 2, MPL ID Season 11.
UDIL's using it. He's using the skin. I just want to really look at CW. If he is using the skin too, he should be, right? That's the only proper good Melissa skin. UDIL, though, already getting bullied here in the mid lane. As expected, though, on the Julian. There you go. It is the beautiful Melissa Nobara Kugisaki skin. MLBB X Jujutsu Kaisen skin are now available in the game, ladies and gentlemen. Join the MLBB X Jujutsu Kaisen Gacha event from the 18th of February all the way to the 20th of March and enjoy 50% off on your daily first draw. That's the efficient way of doing things. A collab item or even a permanent collab skin is guaranteed in the first 10 draws. Just look at these skins. Ooh, beautiful.
Beautiful, so pretty. I wonder what is the Gojo gonna look like, really, inside of the game.
Well, I have that skin, so I can tell you it looks amazing. But talking about this game, UDIL has the Impure Wrath here, so giving him a bit more mana sustain in the mid lane there. It's good for the laning phase, you know, a bit more of harassment as well. But against SANZ on the Valentina, it's going to be a bit more difficult. And on the same token, Kyrie has the high and dry, but with how the game has been revolving around like skirmishes with two members, might be difficult.
Oh, UDIL with a dodge, Boy with the rotation, UDIL coming back in with the sword, not able to just deal enough damage to take Kyrie down, though. It's still Kyrie escaping, and Boy will have a little bit more to say on this gold buff. But it's still just both teams training back and forth.
Yeah, and I really want to highlight SANZ here. I think like he is going to be one of the important part here from the war later on from the side. Despite that they were having KIBOY with the Way of Dragon, but I think like SANZ with the IMU that might be focused over the Arm Offended from Rassi will be having a very good side here from ONIC if they are able to utilize it very well. But Battle of Turtle Hill.
Oh, Famous Spider and the Flicker. Pi going to be able to go for it right there. Third blood by Pi! My goodness, the outplay! And Boy will be slain as well. SANZ picks up a double kill, but UDIL is here now. KIBOY looking for it. It's Rassi with a basic attack, taking it away as the Spear of Destruction comes through. UDIL going to be brought back to the team as KIBOY's right there to pick up the scraps. And ONIC are able to win out in the trade, but the neutral objective does go towards Alter Ego.
What is actually happening? Rassi with what I am good, able to secure the turtle. Without the Kyrie, it's just like very hard for ONIC to secure the objective that they want. But Pi with the Flicker and Brave Spider. It is crazy. The setup that he is making to focus on the jungle of Team ONIC, it's happening from since game 2 to game 3.
That's just a crazy play from Pi. He's actually caught off guard and Kyrie tried to burst him down, but he just turns it around and even goes for the Flicker stun there, which really turns the tide around there for the side of Alter Ego. But unfortunately, in a complete all-in with the Valentina, it's a lot of damage available, but it's another fight breaking out here. Back and forth action.
Boy going to be able to take KIBOY down. Now Appraiser's Wrath, bringing him all the way from full HP, but Kyrie's right there. It's a 4-man knockup by UDIL, but it's not enough to deal damage, to take anyone down. ONIC still with the better trade here. Jungler for Roamer, taking that any day of the week.
Still a very good trade here coming from the side of Team ONIC. 4-for-2 right now. It's the first 4 minutes. And we can see that actually I am the only one who actually stands for ONIC. The rest is going for Alter Ego. Why, guys?
Julian, UDIL. He's literally playing
skin
himself.
Diff. It's a skin diff because you have the Aspirant skin on the Ruby as well. So Alter Ego, they just look so much better and they might perform better here as Kyrie goes in for the knockout strikes.
Jeez. That truly is a knockout strike. You said Aspirant skin is good, and Kyrie says, no, man, it's not, right? Punching him back, the Pacquiao skin is a bit better, he says, with the Paquito. That skin is honestly really good. I want it, man. Pi, though, on the top side, UDIL, really good damage here. You can see that Alter Ego, especially for UDIL, he knows exactly which skill to use, the enhanced version of, to deal as much damage as possible. Right now, UDIL jumps in, has the sword, gonna be kicked back though by KIBOY. That's Pi jumping into the back line with the Brave Spider. Kyrie taken low. Boy now gonna be able to secure the turtles. KIBOY is caught all alone. Pi has isolated KIBOY, and it's UDIL who picks the kill up. ONIC, who were up 1,000 gold, now equalized almost by Alter Ego.
This is just so crazy coming from Alter Ego. All of the objective gameplay, all of the setup that they are making is just so hard for ONIC to control. We see that actually the movement from Rassi, the move in the bottom lane, CW not gonna be surviving for so long.
Well played, UDIL.
UDIL comes in, it was set up by Rizal as well, and ONIC very late to the party here. It's great coming in from Alter Ego. We talked about how they have win conditions. KIBOY being able to have impact in the map, right, on a Fredrin that can be used very flexibly. And we talked about Pi being able to isolate everyone, and it's no different right here. And look at that first damage!
My god, UDIL with the damage! That's the roamer. You see him and you don't instantly. Kyrie now with a knockout strike, not going to be able to actually dish out the damage, but he is able to buy some time. Taunted back up, and that damage is absolutely ridiculous. UDIL, my god, don't give him the Julian. This is the mythical creature that all teams were scared of in Season 10.
5 from 6 heal participation on the hand of this UDIL. The rest not having as much as he is, and the burst damage. But the Whale Dragon focusing on that mythical creature create a shutdown for CW. He's gaining the gold that he is expecting here in the bottom lane, despite that he already losing one objective turret in the bottom lane. 6-6 in the 6 minutes. And so far, Alter Ego is still leading.
They are still leading, but remember, discipline is a big factor here. So they need to make sure that, especially UDIL, the keystone of the entire operation, he needs to make sure he does not get picked off, because then the whole synergy doesn't really work out quite the same way. Even the pick potential, it's all off the back of this Julian damage. And now, with the roamers, with the XP lanes coming in from the sides, seems that Pi is once again making a big play. But look at that web, the dragon.
KIBOY winning out in the retreat battle. Rossi in the midst of it all, going to be able to bait out as he goes in for I'm offended, but will not be able to connect just yet. Now Boots in the midst of it all again. KIBOY soaking up the damage as Rizal does in the backline, free hitting, but that's going to be UDIL who finds the enhanced shade, knocking CW off, but the Inspire will get him back to full HP. UDIL, Rizal, and Pi still here. It's ONIC who grabbed the dub in the team fight, but Alter Ego with the neutral objective.
So far, trading neutral objective for multiple casualties like this, it works for now, but later on, it's going to be very costly when the death timers start getting longer and longer. So Alter Ego Esports, they need to find some other way of coming out on top here, because I think mainly right now is the issue that Boots is just so tanky and buying so much time in the backline as KIBOY is looking for something, but Alter Ego respawn and they will not be able to save the turret.
Oh, yeah, I think they are.
All right.
CW unable to finish the turret in the bottom lane here. It's going to be dragging like another 10 seconds or 15 maybe to secure the turret in the turret in the bottom lane. But this is 60 seconds before the Lord appearing. And for the item builds here, for this UDIL actually already finishing up the third, going for the second item.
Right, the Genius one will already do a lot of damage, and now with the concentrated energy, this means that he's going to be a lot more sustainable in the middle of all these fights. So ONIC need to select their targets very carefully here, but now KIBOY finds him.
Boy, the Dragon, say goodbye to UDIL. He is down. Good pickup by KIBOY, but now look at the damage coming from CW. The AoE is massive, and Kyrie picks Rossi up. SANZ with the flicker. KIBOY is down. What a play by ONIC, turning the tides once again.
It's just so beautiful, but they are not stopping that. The zoning towards Pi is still also there, and it's 10 seconds for the Lord. It's not a good momentum for Alter Ego. Losing 3 members like that. It is, I don't know, it's just like a lot of things to be handled by Alter Ego.
They will definitely lose out in this setup advantage here, but look at ONIC. They're still not rushing to take this Lord away. They're going for the turrets first and foremost, and they are setting up a play onto Pi. He will be able to escape from it, but now it's back to the waiting game, and once again, we have to emphasize that Julian, UDIL on this Julian cannot get picked off. He is so important for everything, and now on the mage, without the range that the Farsa has, he needs to be a bit more aware of his positioning.
I am completely agree with you, Arashi. The Julian is the main key here. He is the key to victory for this third game. But everyone from ONIC knew that. That's why they are using the Wheel of Dragon to focus on this UDIL with the Julian. Even Kyrie doing the same thing with Heavy Left Punch to focus on that one. And that Valentino with I Am Offended, that is going to be super scary coming from SANZ because he is super confident. to even jump in using the flicker. But Rasi,
Oh, good flicker out right there. CW is able to discharge the damage, but Pi gets shredded down before he can say anything in the team fight. Rizal in the top lane, looking for the split push. As the Lord is taken to a quarter of its HP. Kyrie gonna be able to finish it off right now, as that's gonna be Boots, who is in the midst of it all, still surviving somehow with a split. Now he might just hop on Selly Boy. Tier 2 turret up top gonna be taken down, traded back for the Lord. KIBOY looking for the pick, but will not be able to find it. It's ONIC still with the better trade, but Alter Ego are not standing idly by.
It's a good place coming in from both these teams, because ONIC, they saw that Rizal was on the top side, so they had to go and commit to either stopping him or going for the objective. They went for the objective there, and Pi made the very aggressive play, trying to make the difference for his team, but he is not nearly as ahead as he was in the previous game, so he gets bursted down, and he needs some defensive items if he wants to stay in the front and do the same thing he's been doing again and again. And now with the Lord, with a 3k gold advantage, there's still a good chance for Alter Ego to try and get something here, but without the vision, without the control in their side right now, it's going to be very difficult.
it is going to be depend on Rasi. How is the setup going to be coming from Alter Ego itself? Like, if they have a really good setup for UDIL to jump in after a good setup, it's going to be good for Alter Ego. But with the Lord that is marching, with the pressure from 3 lanes coming from ONIC towards Alter Ego, I think it's going to be very hard. So high ground's going to be determined a lot. Will they try to pursue to take over Pi, or maybe even Rasi for this war? Because Lord is already on the top lane, and look at that good!
Boots pinned down, and Hand Chain as well. That's gonna be Boots taken down. Base turret responded back to Rizal. Now with the Inspire, able to clear out the Lord, but ONIC have cracked the base open. One base turret down in the top side, and ONIC instantly are able to back off. Discipline route, as we take a look at the items here, 12 minutes in.
CW, one more item to go, and that is the source of all that AoE DPS. At this point, he's already ahead of Rizal, and if Alter Ego Esports wants to go for a big fight, they need to make sure that CW gets put under control. This is the late game, and of course the Moskov does a lot of damage, but if CW can get his doll in the center of the team fight, it's going to be a tough situation. There's no way Alter Ego Esports have enough resources to try and control him in the midst of all that's going on. And of course, there's a difference here in the fact that there's a good mix of physical and magical damage in the side of ONIC. So the weakness that Alter Ego exploited in game number 2 is no longer available, and that is partially why Pi can't just go in like that. He needs to wait for the right moment, the right opportunity before everyone can just burst him down. And so take a look at the player gold right here. CW and Rizal on top, right? And everyone else from ONIC has caught up to Alter Ego. So 4.7k gold lead, 4.5 more or less. They are just playing it disciplinedly, controlling the jungle, using KIBOY as a main engage tool, and Alter Ego needs to try and curb this Way of the Dragon threat, because that has been the go-to for ONIC so far.
And later, the third Lord, the second Lord will determine a lot for this one. I guess, like, if they are going to be able to secure the Lord, it's going to be very good for the side, whoever God said. Because if Alter Ego able to stop the movement towards the Lord from ONIC, they might be going for something different, because they still have the chance to win it. But KIBOY with the constant play here,
With the Dragon onto Selly Boy, that's the collapse as well. Now Selly Boy, is he able to survive with the I'm up, and it's stolen away? Free Selly Boy under the Lord, into the Lord pit. And it is just ONIC again with an amazing decision to actually take the jungler out of the fray. The collapse, everything was perfect. The Spear of Destruction so close yet so far. ONIC with another neutral objective take.
and it's just coming really well from the side of ONIC. But Rizal also doing his job. He's splitting the move here into the bottom lane to take over the objective. And he is able to secure another turret. But is it going to be worth it, since the Lord, again, going to be marching to the high ground on the top lane? And it's going to determine the next war. It might be the last one, but KIBOY still able to go away with the Shinpal.
Gets out, and that's the advantage of the mobility. And look at the damage dealt earlier. CW and SANZ absolutely destroying Alter Ego in terms of damage dealt. This is where the Valentino really shines as Boots goes in. This might be the beginning of the end as ONIC goes for the base tower first and goes for the Iron Bandit onto Selly Boy.
Only on Selly Boy, the frontliner, the base turret has been taken down in the mid lane. Boots already using the split. KIBOY looking for a Jeet Kune Do, a flicker combo with Away the Dragon, but they will just move back once again. They have the lead. There's no reason to keep on going here. They'll just utilize their advantage constantly. But what this does is it gives Alter Ego another chance to defend and to maybe even contest for the next neutral objective. ONIC needs to be very careful entering this late stage of the game where the Moskov has hit his ultimate power spike.
Yeah, he's going to be a monster for this one. Melissa didn't have the wind of nature to actually prevent the damage that can be given towards this from this Moskov, but still having a very good setup coming from the side of ONIC. I think like SANZ, the ultimate, the IMU needs to be utilized very efficiently. If they're able to have like very good setup, it's going to be good for ONIC. But if it's not, it's just going to be like the previous war. They are unable to even end the game because the IMU is being used to try to open up a setup
If you look
towards
at the items in the gold laners, there's a Haas clause in the inventory of CW, so even more sustained if he does not get caught controlled. Whereas for Ryzel, he opted to go for the Wind of Nature to try and deny the damage coming in from CW and Kyrie, but also means that in the fight, he is a lot more limited in how much he can actually participate. Because for CW, as long as he's hitting, that Haas clause is just doing work. For Ryzel, once the Wind of Nature expires, he's already at a huge risk. But it is 16 minutes in the game. Item difference right now matters, but not as much earlier. So with a 6-point K difference only, Alter Ego still has a chance, but we have to watch out for ONIC. They go again.
Sully Boy caught, that's the flicker, and it's only onto Pi. Oh no, this might be disastrous right now. Pi is able to escape with the Brave Spider. KIBOY gonna be stunned up right there by Pi. But here comes Boost!
Julian!
Oh my god, Boost with CW! The side laners are massive! It's a double for CW as he's looking for more, and SANZ will be able to walk back into the base. 2-4-0. ONIC looking for the end as Pi tries to clear out the waves. Now it's Boost in the midst of it all once again as UDIL tries his best to clear out the waves. Sully Boy gonna be in the midst of it all, but it's gonna be CW who melts them down with the damage. It is a double kill for CW, and the Julian has